Okay, so apparently I lied. I do have a double-breasted suit. This is the top, and I'm sort of wearing it with the darkest jeans I could find and a bright blue formal dress, almost electric blue button-up shirt that is cut like an Oxford shirt, although this top button, I wish it were half an inch higher than it is. I'd have to have it customized. And overall, the way this thing drapes is not really objectionable from a distance. Again, I could kind of get away with this if I had to. The jeans could be more slender, but the jeans are the right color, especially in comparison to the color of the shirt. And there's not too much of a clash with this jacket that, although it needs alterations, it actually fits me better in the wrist, perfectly in the wrist. Fits me better in the wrist than the blue, than the last outfit in this series of blogs. It was that navy colored single-breasted shirt that I was wearing with the khaki colored pants. That was ultimately a smarter, better outfit than this. This is me sort of grabbing whatever's in my closet and kind of failing, but not totally failing, hitting, not falling flat on my face, because these jeans, like I say, it needs to be a different cut, but this all works basically. Is it perfect? No, not even close. And I'm gonna take this off. And what's gonna be interesting about this as I remove this, and I need a little bit more room in the shoulders in that jacket. And dude, the amount of padding that they put in these, especially when you can, it's not too horrible. So the suit Nazis, as they criticize suits, the guys I mentioned before who want men to go back to wearing suits, or at least would like the suit to return to more prominence. One of their complaints is in the construction of the suit, whether it's double-breasted or single-breasted, isn't just the basic quality of the materials, the cotton and the fibers and things of that nature, but the fact that the suit should have the various layers of it all sewn together instead of using a glue. And the purpose of that is that you lose durability in the suit long term as the glue eventually fails and these panels on the inside come apart and they bunch up. And to that I say exactly, they're exactly correct. If you can find and verify, because that's another issue, suits where all the layered inner pieces, and there's different ways to tell, this is really thick pant and I really hate it, and I have no problem with hiring a seamstress, tailor guy or whatever to go in here and rip it, and pull out whatever. That's expensive, but that's just the kind of dude I am. Which I guess brings me to my next piece. No, I'm not really going to be showing, because now I look very disco with these dark jeans and this electron. This is the opposite of your dad's. This is more of the 70s vibe. I kind of just have, these, and it looks good, but this makes me feel like I have gone to an event for the express purpose of being a jerk and picking up on women and telling everybody that I drive a Porsche when I don't, or having a Porsche car keys or whatever. I just feel a little bit jerk, which is weird because this is a nice, handsome, stylish outfit, It's funny because the jeans, which weren't wide enough for that, the drape of the double-breasted suit, suddenly look much more in proportion now. And this gives me a much more, it's just very, I keep wanting to do that because I'm of that age. Everyone who's going to watch this who arrived from TikTok don't know what the hell I'm doing. And half the people who see it on other social media, what is that a reference to? That's John Travolta. I don't know, this suit, I like it, but something about it seems dated, but in a good way, because I look slender. I look slender for once, which is very interesting. And me, I'm probably going to roll up the cuffs on these sleeves. Let's experiment with that, shall we? Anyway, be mindful not just of how much things cost, but their construction, and do your own math and understanding on, come to your own conclusions, make your own judgments on how much that matters to you. The vast majority of suits that you're going to find that unfortunately are inexpensive are going to have panels that are glued together. And if you're only going to wear the suit once or twice in life, and then whatever, off to the landfill it goes, to hell with upcycling and all that stuff, you're just not that kind of guy, then so be it. It is what it is, and I am not coming after you. I am not faulting you one bit. I have, in life, bought semi-formal, or I bought suits because somebody told me to buy a suit, and I was given the budget for it. I mean, they gave me the money. I'm talking about certain units in the military that required you to go to formal events and have a suit, not your formal uniform. And they had the government put $200 or $300 or whatever direct deposited into my account, and me and my wife at the time went to the cheapest store and found whatever fit, whatever looked good. We don't care. And that the problem is that suits are kind of like tools that you don't know if you'll need them or not. Like, you're more of a car guy, but you have an ability to buy some woodworking tools. You're like, I don't normally work with wood, but you never know when you might need them, because you generally don't turn in tools. Guys, get tools for whatever. Even if you're not really a hands-on guy, you get tools, and you tend to kind of keep them, because they're tools. And just men like tools, just like we like sports generally. I mean, I'm not a huge sports guy, but I will sit there and chop it up about any major sport to the extent that I know, if I'm cool with the dude and the circumstances are right. So even me not being a sports guy, will sit there and I'll try to talk soccer, World Cup, whatever I know, with someone in the right circumstances. Tools are the same way. We like tools. A suit kind of should be looked at as a tool, and you need a quality tool. You need a quality tool. You need to have your clothes to be up to a certain standard, because you just don't know when you need them. And if you buy a suit and get rid of it, and it turns out 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years later, you need a suit again, guess what? You got to go out and buy another suit. So you have to look at it from a practical standard. Buy the best quality you can afford, and learn what the standards and metrics are for that outfit, and roll with it. Get yourself a suit where all of the individual layers were sewn together, and you should have something that will last you decades, if not a lifetime.